So traders, right now we're looking at the mining sector. The mining sector actually could be getting ready for a really big rally. Over the last few days, I've actually been doing videos and updates of talking about how we could start to create a bit of a support here along the mining sector, and the mining sector could be getting ready for at least a bit of a short-term rally. And we may be getting ready for the start of that. I want to share that with you, plus a few other things that I'm looking at right now. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, let's go straight into it. If you like this video, subscribe, like, do all that sort of stuff, guys. You know what you know. Click all the buttons. Click the bell button. Click the buttons. And also make sure you grab that Master Trader bundle for $4. Link in the description. johnsflashsale.com. You can see the bundle there for $4. If you're struggling with trading right now, you need this bundle for $4. Go get it right now. So looking at the mining sector, which is something really interesting, right? So something I've been really focusing on myself. And by the way, for myself, guys, I have continued to build a position on the GDXJ, okay? I am, from a 2030 perspective, myself, I see enormous moves coming over the next 8 years, right? Enormous moves coming. Now, when the bulk of that move happens, I don't know. My guess it's going to be on the second half of this decade, but we may start to see the up move over the next couple of years, and then we really see, we're talking like 600-700% moves, possibly even more in the mining sector by 2030, right? Now, for that to happen, that's going to take several years to unfold. So don't ever think, oh, well, I'm just going to wait here and, and I'm going to wait for the bull market to start, right? Because it's probably not, you just don't know when that's going to happen, right? So for me personally, I've continued to build a position on the GDXJ because they're looking at this very big picture here on this GDXJ. I see the GDXJ making an all-time new high, like from here to here, right? We see this very big up move from there to there, right? And we see this move from here to here. I see the GDXJ breaking past all-time new highs by the end of 2030. I don't know how long that's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. It could be 2026 that we start to see that really big move. It could be we could be starting to see the bottom right now. We may not be. But my whole view along that is looking at the market and looking at the market cycles. I really do believe that the second leg of big inflation that is coming after we go through the next recession and the big QE happens again, right? They're going to do the QE again. Did you think that Did you just think that that's it, no more QE? You haven't studied history, have you? Oh, history gives us 100% certainty, guys, that they haven't actually stopped printing money, right? So if you actually think, oh, that's it, no more printing money, QT for the rest of your life. No, not yet, right? They're going to print this money they're going to print this currency into oblivion. This is what they do every single time, right? Now, actually, read Ray Dalio stuff, right? The Changing World Order. If you don't like to read, go watch Mike Maloney's Hidden Secrets of Money. I think it's episode number 7, I think it is, right? And he walks you through history of what they do and what's coming, right? The further you look in the past, the more you can look into the future. And it's the same thing happen again and again and again and again. And what's happening right now is the split image of what actually happened in the 70s and right now, because of inflation, very similar to the 70s, right? We got inflation. How did the 70s end? You know it, right? Like massive interest rate spikes. Now, that's not now. That's towards the end of this decade, right? How did it end? Towards the late 70s, 80s, interest rates, 18%, right? Almost 20%. Big moves up, big inflation. That's what's coming on the second half of this decade. But first, there is going to be a major recession, a major crash in the markets, and then the reflation from what the government's going to do. Because guess what? If they did what they did in COVID, and then they do that times 4 in the next couple of years, right? As the recession unfolds and the big thing that's happened there, guess what? Then, as the recession happens, then we're really going to see inflation, right? It's like, so it's you wait till you see. It's just, then I truly believe everything is just going to go absolutely just crazy. Like, you think inflation's bad now, right? Yes, inflation is peaking in my point of view. Yes, I believe inflation has actually been coming down through there. Yes, I believe we're starting to see a big movement on the downside. But looking at the actual mining sector and looking at that through there, I truly believe that we are on the cusp. We are on the cusp of starting one of the greatest bull markets we've ever seen. And by the end of 2030, that people who are been accumulating like myself on this, like GDXJ and some other gold mining stuff, right? We're going to see extraordinary quality moves in the markets. They are coming, right? But again, I don't know when, right? It's like, I have a 2030 view. We may see it in 2027. I'm really confident that's going to happen by 2030. I just don't know when, right? That's always the part of it. It's like, and I know some of you bumblebees in the chat box can't even handle one day in the market, let alone 8 years. But hey, if you want to jump on big trends take time, right? For the GDXJ to make a 400% move, that's probably going to take some time. It's probably going to take several years to unfold. We have a little move up, we have a bit of a pullback. We have a real big move up, we have a big pullback. We have another big explosion, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? That's all the stuff that's going to happen here. So I really do see that we do see a big move to the upside. Now, looking at the actual technical analysis side of things, look what's actually happened here with the mining sector. Really, really, really interesting, right? Bit of a head and shoulder formation or inverse, the opposite way around, the inverted, right? Head and shoulder formation. Look what's happening right here with the inverted head and shoulder formation. Look at this here. So we have this shoulder, this head, this shoulder, and now we have very, very strong up bar with what? Very strong up candle, with a big volume increase there. What does that tell you? After all this slow movement, now big up move, guess what? I see now the GDXJ getting up towards the $35 level. Again, the big bull market may not be starting now. Like, it may be, it may go up to here and then have a bit of a pullback and go up to here and have a bit of a pullback, and it does that for 12 months or something like that, right? So on the big picture, we may be starting to form a bit of a bottom here, right? We may have a move to the upside through here, and then we have a bit of a pullback, and then we have a bit of a breakout through there, and then it does something like that, and like that's how the bull market's going to happen, right? Like, and we're not just going to do this. Whoa, here we go, right? We're not going to do Bitcoin action, right? Well, actually, we may. Actually, there will be a period of time where you're going to see Bitcoin or crypto action in the mining sector. That's when everyone's talking about that, right? So people have asked me, like, okay, John, so you like the mining sector? I do. My investing portfolio, trading is different, right? In that master trader bundle, link in the description, $4, right? $4. Yes, I get to go buy my coffee. So, I'm joking. Anyway, so the whole thing about that, guys, is that when we're looking at this whole mining sector, people have asked me, so John, when do you know when to get out? And I'm like, it's quite easy. When everyone was like they were last year with the crypto market, that's when I know I should be getting out. So it's really, really simple. No one doesn't like the mining sector, because the mining sector has been dead in the water, right? So I'm going in there, I'm investing in there. And guess what's going to happen? 2, 3, 4, 5 years later down the track, we have big movements, big blow-offs, big up moves. And then guess what happens? Then I'm selling for 4, 5, 600% movement. Now, here's the really interesting thing. If time does tick over, I'm going to start to do some options trades with as much time as possible. And if we get a 300-400% movement on the upside on an option, we're talking 2, 3, 400%. Actually, no. What am I talking about? No, 1,000%. 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes possibly even up to 10, maybe even 20,000% return, especially if you're doing out of the money options where they're very highly risky, right? Where you're risking the whole lot, but you could see a 10 or 20,000% increase if that does happen. That's where I'm looking at, right? But not now. I'm not doing options now. I'm just buying it right now because I don't believe we're there yet. On the other side of this next recession and then the next QE, then I'm going to start to look at doing those call options, right? Because then we can start to look at thousands and thousands and thousands of percent increase on these options, especially once we start to see that massive movement in the actual mining sector. So there we go, guys. This is a bit of an update for you across the mining sector. Traders, make sure you grab that Master Trader Bundle link in description there. I've put that together because I really see that so many people are struggling with what's the foundations to a trader, the chart reading strategies, the trading systems. You also get access to my number one short-term trading system, how to read the markets, and so much more for $4. So make sure you grab that there, because I think today's the last day on that. Anyways, by the time you actually see this video, you'll be able to see the countdown clock, and you'll know when that goes to zero. Anyway, guys, head over there right now. Leave a comment below. Let me know what are your thoughts about the mining sector this decade, and also what is your top current right now mining stock right now.